From quiet villages to world-level conflicts, from healers who refuse to stay in the backline to masterminds moving pieces from the shadows, the 2026 is loaded with major comebacks. Here are 10 returns you should not overlook. Stay until the end. The top pick is the one most likely to dominate the feeds. Number 10, The Eminence in Shadow, Season 3. Sid has never chased the spotlight. He prefers to engineer it from behind the curtain. The first season introduced his deadpan persona, and the second season tore into the cult that has haunted the world for ages. This new season expands that conflict into ancient ruins, divine secrets, and plots that collide whether Sid wants them to or not. Expect larger stakes, stranger discoveries, and a blend of comedy and menace that only this series delivers as Shadow Garden operates at full strength. Number 9, Farming Life in Another World, Season 2. Hiraku began with an empty field and turned it into a community that feels alive. The second season pushes that growth outward as new travelers arrive, trade routes connect distant neighbors, and the village learns what it means to be part of something bigger than itself. The show remains warm and restorative, but it also acknowledges that prosperity attracts attention. When trouble finally reaches the gates, the solutions come from shared work and steady hearts rather than from swords alone. It is the perfect palate cleanser between heavier titles. Number 8, The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic, Season 2. Usato did not plan to be a hero, and he certainly did not plan to survive boot camps that treat recovery as a battlefield discipline. His training turned healer into a frontline role, and Season 2 leans into that identity. Missions grow harsher, enemies refuse to play fair, and the friendships forged under pressure become the reason everyone keeps moving. The action is energetic, but the show keeps returning to the idea that real strength is the willingness to help, especially when it hurts. Number 7, as a reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skill to rise in the new world. Season 3. Ars wins by understanding people and placing them where they can thrive. After 2 seasons of recruiting talent and stabilizing his lands, he enters a more treacherous phase where influence matters as much as soldiers. Rival nobles test his judgment, old grudges surface, and crises arrive that cannot be solved with insight alone. The appeal is the leadership journey. Hard choices, earned loyalty, and a young lord who aims to build a future rather than simply survive the present. Number 6, I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too. Season 2. Yuya opened a door that gave him power in a fantasy realm and confidence back home. The sequel blurs the border between those worlds even further. New enemies exploit the connection. The people he cares about face higher risks, and Yuya has to decide what kind of strength he wants to represent. The series balances glow-up wish fulfillment with gentle sincerity, making the victories feel less like scorekeeping and more like a life coming into focus. Number 5, Tsukimichi, Moonlit Fantasy, Season 3. Makoto was rejected by a goddess and left to survive on his own terms. He did more than survive. He built a thriving domain and surrounded himself with powerful, eccentric allies. Now that his reputation spreads beyond the frontier, politics sharpen and old powers start paying attention. The new season emphasizes both sides of Makoto's growth, the leader who must negotiate and the fighter who would rather avoid unnecessary ruin. Expect dry humor, bold world building, and battles where restraint matters as much as raw output. Number 4, Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, Season 3. Rudeus has made mistakes, learned from them, and slowly tried to become someone who deserves a second chance. The coming arc brings long-separated characters back into his life and pulls him deeper into the forces manipulating this world. Magic grows more intricate. Choices carry heavier consequences, and every step forward demands honesty about who he has been and who he wants to become. It remains a character study wrapped in fantasy, intimate, painful, and ultimately hopeful. Number 3, welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun, Season 4. Iruma's kindness has always been his advantage, and the new season gives him a stage where creativity and teamwork can shine. The Misfit class prepares for a major music festival, while the larger mythology continues to open. Hints of crowns, succession, and what Iruma's place in this world might truly be. The comedy is welcoming, the friendships feel genuine, and the growth lands without losing the series' bright spirit. If you want joy with substance, this return delivers. Number 2, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Season 4. Tempest has matured into a nation whose influence can no longer be ignored. Diplomacy remains Rimuru's first choice, but the opposition has learned to smile while drawing steel. The new season pushes alliances to their limit and introduces sanctified threats that challenge the balance Rimuru has fought to maintain. It is a careful mix of political maneuvering and large-scale combat, with an eye on what peace actually costs when gods and heroes redraw borders. Number 1. Rezero, Starting Life in Another World, Season 4. Subaru's ability to return by death has saved many lives, but it has also worn down the person using it. The Watergate City arc drags the cast into a conflict where trust is fragile and cruelty hides behind polite faces. Success will require more than endurance. It will require faith in the people who have chosen to stand with him. The season promises a harsh, emotionally charged journey that breaks characters and then asks how they can be rebuilt. If any comeback can define 2026, this is the one. And that's it. Feel free to comment about which return you're watching first and why. If you want clean updates without the fluff, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.